Hey everybody, welcome back to Art a la Carte. Have you ever watched a drawing tutorial video and you're thinking, yay, step-by-step instructions on how to draw something, and then
all of a sudden it turns into this supersonic high-speed video where lines and colors and textures and things and magic are flying into this picture, and it changes from just being this ordinary white piece of paper to then being like this completely finished,
wonderful piece of artwork, and you have no clue how they got it to even end up that way? As a YouTube artist, sometimes we have to speed up our art to be able to fit in hours worth of drawing into a short amount of time. So in today's video, I'm going to break apart this speed drawing that I just did. So the first thing you're going to notice when I start creating my drawings is that I tend to draw really fast and messy and crazy, and lines are going everywhere. A lot of the lines that I put down on paper, I don't actually end up using. And you'll also notice that I erase very little in this part. There are three things that are going on during this process. The first one is that I'm identifying my base shapes. So let's jump over to the finished sketch, and I want to show you the shapes that I used to build this up. In the jumble of lines and craziness, I'm using some circles for the chest, the head, and the rump. Breaking down a complex image into basic shapes like circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, squiggly lines can really help ease your process of drawing. It's less intimidating to draw something that's just plain circles than something that is a detailed three-dimensional character. The second reason that I draw super fast in this part is to capture motion. If I'm really focused on drawing that perfect line and I'm drawing it really, really slowly, I'll tend to lose the momentum in my line. The third thing that I'm doing while drawing super fast and crazy is that I'm getting the correct proportion. Yeah, you can use circles for your base shapes, but the distance between the rump circle and the head circle is really important. While I'm drawing and I see a mistake, if I were to stop and erase that line to then draw it in the correct proportion, I'm breaking my flow, my momentum that I have in drawing. So that's why you rarely see me erase anything in the really fast part of my drawing. I am moving those lines around. If I notice that the backbone is too short, I'll just jump back a little bit and get it in the correct area. There are times that I will erase if I have a line that's really super dark and I definitely don't want that line in there anymore. I may lift it just to help the flow go a little bit better, but that's not my main focus. A lot of times in the comments of not only my tutorial videos, but in other art tutorial videos, I find people who have tried the tutorial once or twice, haven't gotten it, and get really frustrated. And it can be frustrated if all you see is the finished artwork from artists. But what you don't see is the days, weeks, months, possibly years of sketches that the artist put into learning these creatures, learning how to draw animals or people or whatever it is that they're drawing. You have to practice them. And don't practice the same position every single time. Switch it up. I love using reference photos. I get them from books, photos I've taken, or image searches on the internet. But remember, search responsibly. Okay, so now you have this picture that is just a jumbled mess of crazy, chaotic lines. What do you do? Well, sometimes if I draw light enough, I can go back and clean up my drawing and preserve the paper. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. A lot of times my hand just gets really heavy with the pressure, and no matter how much I erase, it's not going to erase those lines. So I'll use a light box, which is an electronical tablet that has a bright light behind it. You can put your sketch paper on it and a clean piece of paper over top of it, and then you can trace along the lines that you want. Fun fact about this one, you may notice that there's this ghosting of an owl in the background. That is because I failed to check the back of the paper to make sure that there was nothing on my sketch paper, and I'd drawn this random picture of an owl, so there it was. But it was okay, it was a sketch paper, so we're all good. Once you have your crazy gesture drawing lines done, then you can really begin to focus on those details and get your lines just exactly the way you want them. The fur lines, the coloring, that's the fun part, like the icing on the cake. But the cake itself is that undercore drawing. Make sure you don't rush through that part. You want to have a really good cake before you ice it. Now in this video, I'm not going to go into how I colored. If you'd like to see a video on how I put my colors in and built that up, let me know in the comment section below. If you're brand new to my channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, God bless you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll see you in another art video. Bye-bye.